come around, go.
Yeah. Umpire ball in the teeth, and show me the standard. Not even coach them ball. So I say, Louis. More than camp. You never know if you get a lot. You
can't vote him, brother.
Get that chicken on the internet.
You can't vote him? Yeah, body man. You can't vote him? This not going to do it.
No!
Yo. No. You find it from my back and I'm in front. No, watch out. You know you have ball on your back right now.
Left his space.
The man I watch your ball too much. You can't try it. Big national setup, eh?
Oh, yes, you have to take them in the boot. Oh, you have to take them.
No, I take them. Them don't boy.
Put more.
Don't nobody. Come out, we can't get 2 balls for the warm up. You secure 2 balls, that's on them gone. Guys, don't put 2 balls out of here. I'll drop them inside. Yo. 1/30. Let's go back. Right now.
Can't
big place up on the highway. On the highway over there. Call them back. Confusing, man. She threw me car. She threw me drive like a taxi manager.
People, if you step on the brake too much, but they look like them feel like they're not expected. You can go slow. Anytime nobody slow down, or somebody has to run or somebody up here.
You never like stop at that light. You drive like a taxi manager. She never like stop at that light. Words it touch after 799. So no stop light here. Police cars traffic violation more. You can if you want more gas than me. Can't run. Yeah, man, you know over here and I go about 116 or 140, 116 a region then. Man, this one a family down, you know. By the time the auntie come down so. I can hear
They got 2 meat, 20 meat, I got a long time.
so look, you see like him around nothing care about the pace of me I go at me just see him get smaller and smaller and smaller. You don't care for man, I'm not so. Touch man there, I can't hold for it. One time boy sat there with me, I would have give 115 grand for the time. I think go to the gate still outstanding and I go without me. So then they will ask me everything.
Some fakes, them have already made money. They just want the money from me.
When I police thing over already, so I go and put it for the windscreen too down.
You just cut it down.
Yeah, you can't see that car. There's a man something there. A man here. You don't see them car. Try to get them a roll this morning. Roll it up. What is up there? Hold them all up. It's to play cricket.
Get back, I'll get back. What did you do, man? No, I come down from a foreign, and when I come down from a foreign, I put down the stuff again, and when I come up, I get paid. Well, I get one. I wash my bag, I wash my bag. I wash my bag. I wash it when it rain, the mud there, so it drops and then it dirty there, it's up. No, I next day bag and they pay no syrup. Yes, it's syrup. No, no syrup. Next up from us. They are not big, too big.
Check, check.
It's a straight in the answer me, I know, you know. Are you hearing me?
Oh, we can start now?
Good morning and welcome to match number 17 of the Dream 11 Jamaica T10 cricket competition. It will be between the Surrey Risers and the Cornwall Warriors. Match 16 was completely washed out by rain, so the Middlesex Titans, they got a point. So too did the runaway leaders so far, the Surrey Kings, who stopped in their tracks a bit. They got a point. And match 15, so the Surrey Royals crushing the Cornwall Warriors by 8 wickets. The Warriors became the first team to be dismissed inside 10 overs. They were bowled over 58 yesterday, and the Royals got home quite comfortably. Carlos Brown and Javel Glenn leading the team. So after 16 matches, 15 completed, 1 was washed out. We have the Surrey Kings leading. They have 16 points, 5 wins and an abandonment, so that's a point. The Surrey Royals, they are now up to second, 3 wins, 2 defeats. They have 9 points, followed by the Middlesex Titans after 6 games, 2 wins, 3 defeats and a no result, has them on 7. The Cornwall Warriors after 5, 2 wins, 3 defeats, 6 points. The Surrey Risers, 5 games, 2 wins, 3 defeats. They're on 6 points, the same as the Warriors. So this is a big game, a massive contest. And the Middlesex United Stars, they're at the foot of the table. They have 1 win from 4 and 4 defeats, only 3 points. They play later on this afternoon. So Cornwall Warriors winning the toss, electing to field their 11, captain Michael Frew, Paul Palmer Jr., Okino Farkison, Brian Gale is not in the 11, Omar Samuels, Andre McCarthy. There is Damien Banks, Jermaine Levy, Javoy Spence, Kerry Holness, Derval Green, and Damian Bryce. So it's Jermaine Levy replacing Brian Gale, the only change for the Warriors. While for the Risers, who defeated the Titans in their last game on Monday, they have Chadwick Walton, Delbert Gale, Sadiq Henry, Akeem Fraser, Sheldon Cottrell, Ricardo McIntosh, Dennis Bulai, Christopher Powell, Warren Campbell, O'Shane Thomas, and West Indies under-19 invitee Nicholas Lewin. So it's going to be Chadwick Walton, Scorpions, West Indies, Talawas, Amazon Warriors, batsman facing Derval Green, and a shaping delivery outside the off stump, left alone. Early dot ball in the proceedings. Chadwick Walton opening with Ricardo McIntosh. So the first ball bowled in match 17 of the Dream 11 Jamaica T10 competition is a dot ball. Game started on time. Heavy showers yesterday. More is in the forecast for today and the rest of the week. So fingers crossed we can get cricket in all day. As this is short, banged away, backward of point, should get to the boundary for 4. It does. As quick as Samuels is, absolutely no chance. Left the bat like a trace of bullet there from Chadwick Walton. Hammered it backward of point. Andre McCarthy was at backward point. Just stooped on his knee and watched it sail into the boundary for 4. So they're off the mark. That is the 189th boundary of the competition. 144 sixes hit. First one today, that's a nice back of a length delivery from Green to Walton. Is beating the right-hander. Was looking to force that off the back foot. Taken by wicket-keeper Javoy Spence. So the Warriors without Brian Gale, Jermaine Levy to give them additional bowling strength. Gale hasn't gotten a chance to bowl in this competition to date, as Green is over the wicket to Walton, who tries the scoop shot. Beaten. Taken by Javoy Spence again. And he tried that shot because short fine leg is in the circle. Deep backward square in Damian Bryce is out, while there's third man in Omar Samuels. So everybody else is in the 30-yard circle for the first 4 deliveries of this over. Only 4 runs conceded, but the first 2 overs constitute the mandatory batting power play. Option of 1 more between overs 3 and 9. This is squirted down to third man by Chadwick Walton. Only a single. Omar Samuels does the fielding and fires the return into Javoy Spence. The Warriors, and a lot of discussion around as to what's their best combination, what should be their opening combination with bat in hand, but they have been very decent with the ball. Haven't really conceded a lot of runs. 2 wins, 3 defeats as Derval Green steams into Ricardo McIntosh. Beats him outside the off stump, taken by the wicketkeeper. And that completes over number 1 of match 17 in the Dream 11 Jamaica T10 cricket competition. Chadwick Walton, he's 5 from 5. Ricardo McIntosh yet to get off the mark. And the Surrey Risers inserted. They are 5 without loss. Omar Samuels is going to start proceedings from this the Michael Holding end. He'll partnering Derval Green. Samuels has bowled 48 balls in this competition, 8 overs. If you like, conceded 66 runs. And that's taken 5 wickets so far. 2 for 13 his best, averaging 13.20. Strike rate 9.60. Has a decent economy actually, 8.25. So on average, he's conceding just over 16 runs per match. That is quite decent. Excellent if you ask me in this format. Andel Gordon average his economy is 7 in 3 matches. Pete Salmon 7.75. Michael Frew is the most outstanding. He's going at 6.90 and has taken 10 wickets. Nicholas Gordon has 12 as this is cut out to deep point. Damian Bryce races in with his left arm. They get a single. Score goes up to 6. Walton has moved up to 6. He has all the runs so far for the Risers. Samuel's trying to get his field placement right. Damien Bryce out at deep point. Now he's been asked to come inside the circle for McIntosh. So now you have third man and deep square leg out. Paul Palmer Jr. at deep square leg. Kerry Holness at third man. Samuels over the wicket to McIntosh, shaping into the batsman, trying to cut. No timing. The score remains at 6 without loss.
Run one if the big shot don't come off.
Samuels is over the wicket again to McIntosh. Fuller delivery, hitting on the up, over the head of cover. Won't get to the boundary. And Bryce does the fielding. Does it extravagantly as well. Gets his return in. And the first scoring shot for Ricardo McIntosh. The Risers are now up to 8 without loss. Halfway through over number 2. And this is a critical game for both teams. Playing their 6th match of the competition. The Warriors are 4th, while the Risers are 5th. This is over the wicket from Samuels. Out to deep mid wicket is pulled by McIntosh. One bounce out to Paul Palmer Jr. And a single. 9 without loss. And made a sweet sound. Players complained yesterday about the pace of the wicket. Weren't able to score freely or hit through the line. The Warriors players. And as part of the reason why they made 58. Could have been better. Could have challenged themselves some more to spend more time at the wicket, as Samuels is full to Walton, who is scooping expertly. One bounce into the boundary for 4. His second boundary, he was anticipating it to be full and wide. Made the adjustment and scooped it over. That looks like Okino Farquharson, who is a short fine leg. And Chadwick Walton gets another boundary, his second. They're 10. Well, he's 10 from 7. And the Surrey Risers are 13 without loss. One delivery to come in over number 2. And so far, 8 runs have been conceded in this over number 2. 2-4 so far in the innings. Both Walton, who is waiting on Samuels, hitting this high in the air. It's a slower delivery, deceived. Jermaine Levy takes it. Brilliant comeback from Samuels. Pace off the ball. Fuller to Walton. And he tried to clear mid-on. It went a long way up in the air. But Levy held his composure and took a very good catch. And Samuels almost immediately knew he had deceived Walton, as he celebrated once the ball left his hand and saw the shot that was played. 13 for 1. Walton goes to 10 as Chris A. Gale joins us here in match 17 of the Dream 11 Jamaica T10 competition.
Yeah, special good morning to all the viewers. An important game for both teams. Risers has shown some form in their last couple of games, but I think Walton there again not able to carry on. Such an important member of the Risers team. But I think that delivered here, as we just look at that wicket, a nice slow delivery from Omar Samuels, showing nice skills, smartness, just to deceive Chadwick Walton, who was on the go. I think that was a good delivery. I think the pace bowlers has done some. We've seen some good skill sets shown from the pace bowlers in this competition. Omar Samuels, a member of that pace bowling pack. I think he really bowled well there in that over. Sadiki Henry now comes to the crease. Of course, didn't have a lot to do in the last game, but he's been very productive in the tournament.
Andre McCarthy to start his spell. This is short to Henry and he's held back with a square for 6. Out into the car park. That was a long hop. It had all the time in the world for Henry to smash it. And he just timed it back with a square. Didn't overhit it. And tells you about the form he's in. As the risers progress up to 19 for 1. Well, that was slow. A real long hop there, juicy.
Yeah, it was asking to be hit. Made a sweet sound from the bat. I think that some of the spectators who are parked in that area should be looking to shuffle the deck a bit, because Sadiki Henry has been in good form, rocking up back onto the back foot and just depositing that one nicely. A very good shot, very nice way to announce himself.
McCarthy again over the wicket to Henry as this one is guided down to third man. Single is what they should get, is all they can get. Return comes in from Omar Samuels. The score goes up to 20 for 1. Scoring at over 8.5 runs per over. That's the first 6 of the innings. 2 fours as well. Getting a boundary and over so far. Need more than that. I think they can, if they can get up to 100 with the bowling attack that they have. Chris Powell bowling well. Sheldon Cottrell, Shane Thomas, Bulai, Akeem Fraser. This is full to McIntosh. He's stroking up to long off. Derval Green does the fielding. Score goes up to 21 for 1. Halfway through over number 3.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think they have a very potent bowling attack. And I think it's important that they pace this innings properly. Identify what is a good score. There has been some thoughts or concerns that the pitch has slowed up a bit. I think this is tailor-made for Sadiki Henry also. He has time.
Short into the pitch from McCarthy, and Henry goes back and taps it into the onside. Paul Palmer Jr. Can't prevent the run at mid-wicket. Score is now up to 22 for 1. 9 runs conceded in this over from McCarthy already, with 2 deliveries to come. He's passing the left shoulder of the umpire, and this is stopping into the wicket from McIntosh. A check drive and scramble home. Again, signs of the surface and how things are. Not the quickest or the easiest to play on the up or through the line of the delivery. And maybe because of the heavy rains that we have had, it's probably prevented the ground staff from actually.
I haven't seen the sun a lot.
Yeah, preparing the wicket as best as they could. So a little bit of a moisture, obviously, is going to be on the wicket early up. McCarthy again down the leg side, this time a wide. 24 for 1 now the score goes up to. McCarthy losing his radar there, and there's now cloud cover coming over Sabina Park. Started brightly this morning. There's a trough across the country, and more rain is in the forecast. Washed out match 16 completely yesterday. Don't think the rain stopped before 6 yesterday, to be honest.